Hey yo, what's up? This is Sean Arias. This is Off the Bench, the podcast, and today we're talking about AEW All Out Pay Per View, and this is our predictions and what we think gonna happen. So let's get off the bench and in the game. Let's go. Hello, what's up? This is another episode where we dig deep into the upcoming pay per view for the All Out AEW Wrestling. So let's get started. Tonight is the big show. It's kind of like, I would say it's AEW's WrestleMania or SummerSlam for them. Like I said, pretty big show, pretty stacked card, a lot of big names on there. So let's dig deep and see what's going on. All right, let's see. The first match is it's the tag team, the 10-man tag team with Best Friends and Jurassic Express versus Matt Hardy and Friends, basically. That one, that's on the pre-show. It's still a pretty good match. Like I said, you got some pretty good big names and future big names. I feel Jungle Boy is gonna be a pretty big name one day. I would love to see Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus as a tag team champions one day. Private Party as well. I like them too. I like their whole situation they have going on with them. The Hybrid as well. The Hybrid 2 and Helico, very talented, acrobatic guy, both of them, him and Jack Evans. With that match, for me, I would say it's going to Jurassic Express and the Best Friends of Orange Cassidy. My bad, I forgot Orange Cassidy's name in there. Orange Cassidy is also somebody who I see being a future top tier star, like just based on his character and his growth from just in the 2 years being in the company. So yeah, I like Orange Cassidy as well. Next match on here I'm looking at is the 21 Women Casino Battle Royal. A lot of big names in there. Nyla Rose, Thunder Rosa. I like Thunder Rosa a lot. That's someone who I like a lot and want to see more of. The Bunny, Big Swole. I would love to see more of Big Swole on TV. I am not super caught up on some of the dark episodes, so I'm not sure if she's been on there, but she's definitely someone who I want to see more features of. Ty Conti, I like her too as well. Penelope Ford, Red Velvet. But the winner, who I think should win this, first we gotta also say Anna Jay, Riho, Rebel, Jamie Hayter, and Sky Blue was a late interest, and also one to be announced, which a lot of people are thinking is going to be Ruby Soho, which she's also a former WWE employee, and a lot of people think it's gonna be her crossing over, which would be great. I think it'd be a great add to the women the AEW already has, and I wouldn't give her the win, not just yet. I would definitely give it to. I would love to see Jade Cargill pushed like that. So I think she's a big name. She's her look and everything. And so far, I like everything about her. I would love to see her win this. Or her or Thunder Rosa. But I just don't think it's quite time yet for another rematch for Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker. Not just yet. Not yet. But yeah, from that, either Thunder Rosa or Jade Cargill, those are my two winners. With a special appearance from Ruby Soho. I do think she is going to be debuting. So let's watch. Next match from Paul White and QT Marshall. I go back and forth, but I would probably say QT will win that match, mainly because I can see Paul White being the type of person who wants to put another person over, throw some shine on them. And also, unless Paul White's going to come with some backup somewhere, Aaron Solo, Nick Conte, I think it says that, Nick Conte. Wow, I probably said his name wrong. But them two at the ringside, and you got Billy Gunn turning on them. So right now it's looking like QT is possibly going to win. So But that's who I'm probably pulling for. Well, pulling for. I'm pulling for Paul White, but I think QT is gonna win. But I do like QT's new character and the direction they're going with it. You know, with the little mafia shirts and stuff. Um, John Moxley, him and his match versus New Japan star. Not get them names. Sorry, but I would say Moxley. Like I said, I don't really see him losing in a match on this big of a pay per view. He just won the GCW championship last night in a surprise appearance. Um, but yeah, I see him. Seeing it being a real nice classic match. You know, back and forth, hardcore-ish, with John Moxley taking the win. So after that, next match is probably the Miro versus Eddie Kingston. The order of everything, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm just going off the list of basically what they have down. But Miro versus Eddie Kingston, I like both guys. I love the new version of Miro. Like his transformation from who he was in WWE into who he is now is like remarkable to me. And someone you can take, it takes more serious. You know, you can take him more serious. He's not in these goofy storylines of people stealing his wives and stuff like that. You know, nothing crazy like that. So I love the direction they're going with Miro, and I don't think it's time to take that belt off him. I don't know anybody off the top of my head who can take the belt off him at the moment. So I think that belt is on him until further notice. But Eddie Kingston is also somebody who I mess with a lot. I love his character. I love just the type of person he is as far as spitting real, spitting truth. You know, so I like Eddie Kingston a lot. I do have faith in both of them to put out a good match. So definitely looking forward to it. Good back and forth. I kind of feel like AEW is trying to show some kinks in the armor of Miro. So I'm not sure if they're going to be looking to switch that over. Switch that belt over to somebody else in the near future, because before they was not showing any weaknesses from Miro, but now they are currently showing, okay, he don't like the DDTs, anything with the neck, that's his kryptonite. So Eddie Kingston won't be the guy to take it, but who are they foreshadowing to in the future who can possibly take that belt off? I don't know, but like I said, definitely not now, definitely not for another month or two, at least, at the bare minimum. And then also the Chris Jericho MJF match. I'm not a huge fan of the stipulation match of you got to retire thing, but in this situation, I feel like what I would have done if I was Chris Jericho, I would have been like, okay, I wouldn't have said I would face you in another match. I would just say, hey, one more match. If you win, I will retire. And then I would surprise him and say, hey, I never said you will be facing me. I just said one more match, and have that one more match be with Bryan Danielson, a.k.a. Daniel Bryan from the AEW, WWE. Have him that be his first match in there, and then there's no winner. That is a time draw. You know, and then it ends with like a face-off between them two, and that starts the feud with Daniel Bryan and MJF. I feel like that would have been great right there. You can't necessarily have a winner or have a loser, and you can still have Chris Jericho still wrestling, and you can still have him on commentary. So I feel like that would have been a dope idea. Next up again, the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers. Now, for me, the persona of the Young Bucks and how they switched over and everything, I do like. I like how they're the bad guys now. I like, I think it's funny how they, add things with their clothing, like the 90s, 80s looks and stuff. I think that's pretty dope and stuff. I think it's pretty funny, but I do think that it is time to take the belts off of them. Lucha Brothers probably wouldn't be my first choice, but I do like them. They'd probably be my second or third choice. My first choice probably would have been Proud and Powerful, because I do think them guys need to get some more respect. I feel as a tag team, I hate that they lose sometime in the way they lose, so I think they need to get some more respect on their names. Also, I think, which I've never been a big FTR fan from them in WWE. I hated their gimmick. I think it was pretty stupid, but that wasn't their fault. But I do like what they bring to AEW, and I would love to see them with another championship run, with a longer run. I feel like that run was too short. It wasn't long enough, I feel. But yeah, I want those two will be my top two choices, and then it will be Lucha Brothers. But like I said, the fact Lucha Brothers are there, I think they deserve the opportunity as well. I think they should win the tag team championships, because I think you can't have a full pay-per-view match and not have somebody lose the title. And definitely it's not gonna be Miro. It's not what we'll get at other ones. It's not gonna be Britt Baker, in my opinion. But like I said, I think it has to be the Young Bucks. They had it for almost a year now, it seems like. But I got the Lucha Brothers in that match, and I do think it'll be a pretty classic match. A lot of moves. Hopefully everyone is safe. Next up will be the Britt Baker. Well, let's save that one. We're switching. She's put her near the main event with Kenny. CM Punk versus Darby Allin. This is probably one of my favorite matches that I will look forward to, just because I'm a pretty big Darby Allin fan, and just the fact that no one's seen CM Punk wrestle in 7 years. So I think this is going to be some big headlines for people. I think I go back and forth with this one as well, because CM Punk is a person who he wants to put younger talent over. But at the same time, you can't have CM Punk lose in his hometown of Chicago and on his first match. So, but I kind of feel like CM Punk has already been preparing us to the thought of he may lose, by saying he's a little nervous, maybe even scared. I got ring rust, but haven't wrestled in 7 years and stuff like that. He's kind of been foreshadowing that, I guess, to help people in their mind of a possibility that it could come. But I don't think it's gonna happen. CM Punk will be victorious. There will be probably a respect handshake between him and Darby. Darby's a great talent. I can definitely see him being one of the top. Well, he's basically is one of the top 7 people in AEW, 7, 8. Which also we will also do a comparison of rosters one day, possibly soon, probably after what I think Bryan Danielson, after his debut, and some other people, we'll probably do a comparison, because I feel like it's time to mention AEW as the top roster of talent. I feel like, based off of fan reactions. So we will have that video one day too as well. But for this match, CM Punk will win in Chicago. Great moment. It's gonna be it's very surreal atmosphere, I feel. And then Miss DMD Britt Baker with Chris Statlander. She's someone as well. Chris Statlander is someone as well who I feel has super potential as far as being a big star in AEW. I can definitely see her being a champion one day. I can see her doing that. Like I said, but in this right here, it's Britt Baker all the way. I don't think it's time to take the bet off her. She's held it. She's done great. Her role. She's fans love her. She's a great bad guy. Bad girl. But like I said, it's not time to take that bet off of her. I see her winning with her. I forgot what it's called. The whatever the little submission is, you put the fingers in the mouth. Sorry, I do not know it off the top of my head, but I do love her. She's definitely dope, and I can see her maintaining this reign of dominance for quite some time. I think the person who will take the belt off her will probably be Thunder Rosa in their rematch 3 or 4 months down the road. So, or maybe 5 months. Like I said, you gotta give her a nice, good run, I feel, for Britt Baker. And finally, the last match of the night will be Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage in a singles match for the AEW Championship. Now that match, I feel like it'd be a good match. I wasn't big on them facing each other twice or whatnot, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. But at the same time, I feel like they put doubt in some people's mind that, okay, hey, Kenny can get beat. But I do think it's starting to become time for him to switch that belt over, but not just yet. I don't think Christian Cage will be the person who will take that belt off of Kenny Omega. So I see Kenny Omega winning, probably some outside, stuff helping him win or whatnot like that. So, but the person who I feel will probably take that off will, probably be Hangman Page when he comes back. Which I think when Hangman comes out, he got to change some stuff over. Like for me, like I feel like he can be bigger than what he is if he just. I love the slogan cowboy ish, but I feel like he can. I don't like the shirts he wears. I hate those shirts he wears. Those country looking shirts. It's not marketable to me. You can be a cowboy, but you can wear it differently. You know what I mean? It's those. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. But I do like him. I think he can be over. I think he should just wear a cut off T-shirt that says cowboy on it. You know what I mean? Just have that on there. I feel, but I think he'll probably be the one to take the bet off Kenny because I think it's time for a homegrown AEW person to hold the AEW championship. Because Jericho, he's not necessarily homegrown. Moxley wasn't homegrown. Kenny, I would say he's kind of homegrown in a way, but he's not. He wasn't that super young guy who started whatever like that. He came over. His popularity came from New Japan, and he brought it over here. So, but I would say Kenny would drop it to Hangman probably within the next 3 months. Whenever he comes back from leave, I think he's had a newborn. So congratulations to Hangman on that. And just like I said, I got it been a great match. Kenny and Christian, a great match. Kenny taking the win. Um, I know some people said that they feel that Bryan Danielson should intervene in the a Kenny Omega saga. I don't think not yet. I'm against people new jumping into the whole championship scene. I do like how Tony Khan has basically he allow people to come in, but he don't put them directly into the championship scene. You know what I mean? I know people has gave him flack like that for that and everything, which I think is crazy because like you have to stick to your guns. If you have a storyline, you don't just let's change the whole storyline and make everybody else feel crazy just because we have this new person. Nah, I like when Miro came in, he didn't go straight for the championship scene, worked his way up. And I feel that's the same thing they're doing with Andrade as well, and letting him work his way up, and they're gonna get that strong push for him as well. Um, but yeah, I think that'll be dope. Like I said, Bryan Danielson for me should definitely come in and intervene with MJF. Let that be a great storyline. His first storyline in AEW. So hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know what you think. If you like, if you don't like, if you disagree, agree. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let's go.